Mantou, or Chinese steamed bun, is eaten as a staple food in the northern parts of China. It's airy, spongy, and soft. Who can resist a delicious homemade mantou? Hello my foodies, it's me again, CiCi. Today we're going to make mantou. Mantou has been requested by many of you and it's also one of my daughter's favorite things to eat of all time. So let's get started. To mix all the dry ingredients in a large mixing bowl, add the all-purpose flour, sugar, instant yeast. So instant yeast doesn't need to be dissolved in water, so we can just put it in the dry ingredients. And baking powder. Other than yeast, baking powder is another type of rising agent. And now we're going to introduce wet ingredients in here. So here we have vegetable oil and also whole milk. We can first combine with a pair of chopsticks. So in order to make a great mantou recipe, I actually visited Radiance, an amazing Chinese restaurant in New York City. And Auntie Lu, who has been making mantou since a little kid, taught me some of her tips and tricks. And now we're going to move the dough to a flat working surface. And continue to knead the dough until it is smooth for about 10 minutes. So Auntie Liu explained, in Chinese we say that mantou dough needs to be 三光, and the direct translation is 3 smooth. That is, the dough, hands, and the working surface all have to be clean and smooth. And there and let it rest for 3 minutes in the summer and about 5 minutes in the winter. To roll the dough into a rectangular shape, first we're going to use a rolling pin to roll from the middle to the top, and then we're going to roll from the middle to the bottom, and then we're going to repeat, and then we're going to roll from the middle to the sides. And also just repeat until it becomes a rectangular shape. So if you see any air bubbles, you want to make sure that you roll that out also. So to be honest, this is a really great arms workout. Your arms become sore really fast if you're not used to it. You have to put lots of patience and love into this mantou. And then now we're gonna fold the dough into like a letter shape. And then we're going to roll it into a rectangular shape again. So from the middle, we're going to roll it up. And then from the middle, we're going to roll it down. And then we're also going to roll it to the sides until it becomes a rectangular shape. And then we're going to go roll it to the top, roll it to the bottom. Yep, just repeat it until it becomes a rectangular shape. And by doing so, we're ensuring that our mantou will have the minimum air bubbles as possible. And again, we're going to repeat the step from the above. Fold it up like a letter. Roll it into a rectangular shape again. So we're going to roll from the middle to the top. Then from the middle to the bottom. Repeat, and then we're gonna roll from the middle to the sides, and then we're gonna repeat it until it becomes a rectangular shape and there are no more air bubbles. So now we're gonna roll up the dough. First, we're gonna use a pastry brush to brush a thin layer of water on the dough. And slowly roll it up. make it into a cylinder shape. You can roll like this until it becomes similar in size everywhere. I agree that it is easier to buy mantou from outside, but then to be honest, you really don't know what they put in them, right? They could totally have all kinds of preservatives and additional ingredients that you don't want your kids to eat. Now we're gonna slice up the two ends and cut it into The waiting time for the dough to rise depends on two elements. So first is your room temperature, and second is the humidity level of your room. So the higher the room temperature and the higher the humidity level, the faster the dough will rise. So if you want your dough to rise faster, you can totally move it to somewhere where it's warm and also humid at the same time. Since the winter in New York City is super cold and dry, I speed up the waiting time by preheating the oven to 170 degrees Fahrenheit or 77 degrees Celsius for about 1 minute. Then turn it off immediately. Then I put a pot of boiling water on the bottom of the oven and put the steamer with the dough inside. By doing so, the total waiting time for me is 45 minutes. And on the other hand, the dough that I put it at room temperature needed 90 minutes to double in size. Now we're gonna bring water to a boil and steam on high heat for about 15 minutes. We can turn off the heat. And now we're gonna uncover a small gap and let the hot air out for about 5 minutes. So if you open up the cover immediately, the mantou might deflate. Okay, so our mantou is ready to be tasted. I really can't wait to try it, so let's see how this goes. Wow, look at cute little mantou. Okay. Wow, look at that. So yummy. Ooh. Okay. It's like spongy, it's fluffy, it's soft, and with a hint of sweetness. It's perfect. Okay, so that's it for today. Comment below and share with me what is your favorite type of bread. Okay, so remember to subscribe, thumbs up, and share this awesome video with your friends and family. 豆奶配馒头，好吃好吃。 超完美的早餐呢。还是留一点给他们吃好了。不要一个人都吃完了。